Mask use has really let up across our country as COVID vaccinations became available. But with this Omicron variant surging across the country, masks are still very important. Here's why. The state of Indiana has now reported more than 300,000 new COVID cases in January. That's highlighted here in orange. That's 100,000 more cases than we've seen in any other month during this pandemic. So for tonight's big story, we want to take a look at mask use here in Marion County and whether last year's mask mandates made any kind of a difference.
As pharmacies and stores start rolling out free N95 masks, researchers at the Regenstrief Institute released new data on mask behavior in Indianapolis.
We were interested, along with Marion County, on how the population was responding to the request to wear masks in public.
And the best way to do that was observing people in different settings.
Students from our university will go out and collect data at various locations across the county by just observing and counting who was wearing masks correctly or not.
From November 2020 to May 2021, they gathered 76,000 observations at more than 900 locations, discovering that about 85% of adults wore masks in Marion County, whether it was at a grocery store, shopping center, college campus, or at a gym.
And that was pretty robust and consistent throughout the entire period.
But during that 6-month period, mask guidance was constantly changing. Indiana lifted its mask mandate in April, and shortly after, the CDC recommended that fully vaccinated people didn't need a mask up in public. Yet the whole time, Marion County kept its mandate in place, something the team at Regenstrief noticed had a large influence on whether people wore a mask or not.
I think it really emphasizes how important local government is in responding to public health emergencies and crises. They're the ones who are able to be in the community. They're the ones who are able to work with partners. They're the ones who are able to do encouragement.
And since last spring, Dr. Vest admits mask wearing has dipped, but says it still serves as an important tool in fighting off this virus.
If you want to wear a mask, an N95 or KN95 really is your best option right now. The CDC says it does offer better protection against the Omicron variant than a cloth mask, but they're pretty hard to find right now. But the government is trying to make it easier, sending 400 million N95 masks to pharmacies and health centers all across the state of Indiana. You can already pick some up at Meijer. They started putting them out yesterday. And Kroger hopes to have some available starting on Thursday. At Kroger, you'll be able to pick up 3 per customer at the Kroger stores that have a pharmacy. And there's a lot of other stores that also will be handing out these masks too, like CVS, Walgreens, Costco, and Walmart. You can see the complete list right now when you check out this story online at WTHR.com/coronavirus.
Now, some health experts tonight are worried about the declining number of people getting their COVID vaccine boosters. The CDC says only 40% of fully vaccinated Americans have gotten those boosters. Now, back in early December, about 1 million people every week were getting those shots. But last week, that number dropped by more than 50% to just 490,000 people. And that wraps up tonight's big story.